Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Traven. These are my tomes. Got them right here.
Oh, those ones are yours.
These are all...
Normally when you gesture around yourself too.
Yeah, these are also tomes. These are much thicker. And tonight we're going to be doing some reading sprints like we do every Saturday night.
I'm Amanda, and I should probably be reading, and that's the name of my channel. And I am also here.
Yeah. We have had...
a day.
Oh my god.
It was quite the day.
Very, very busy.
A lot of being outside.
Yeah, a lot of being outside.
Which was, I don't think it would have been as bad if things had been indoors.
Yeah.
But everything was outside.
Yeah, and even though it's kind of overcast right now...
It's just hot.
It's still hot.
And humid.
Yeah. So... yeah, we had soccer game in the morning, then went over to the Girl Scout shop. Came back. The kids had some time to rest, but I edited video instead because I was like, oh, I'm going to be all productive and do things.
I rested a little.
Then we had a party.
Had a birthday party.
Birthday party at night, and so it's just like, it's been so much stuff.
It was just a lot.
Yeah, so I called this video finally doing the thing, because I'm finally reading through where is it? It's at the bottom of the stack, House of Leaves, which is something that I think's been recommended to me for a good number of years.
Yeah.
And is something I think I'm going to enjoy, and I am enjoying. I'm like 3 chapters in, but it's going real slow.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking forward to, like, you know, like this page. It just says screen. I
was recommended this. The first time I became aware of this book was in high school when a good friend of mine got really into this book and just the experience of reading it. And he was talking about how, like, it was unlike any other book.
I can definitely see that, and I definitely admire the effort that goes into it, because if you're unfamiliar, and I was not, I still don't quite know where the story is going to go, because I've mostly avoided spoilers. I don't know if that's because, like, I'm just really good at avoiding spoilers, or if nobody knows what this book's about. Like, either one neither one would surprise me.
Yeah.
But so far, it is a novel about a person who finds a document in this, like, house where this older person passed away, and the document appears to be about a movie, or like a like self-made movie. But the person who found the document is saying that movie doesn't exist, and that most of the references made in that document are fake. They also don't exist. And then he also makes... So you have the original document with footnotes, and then you have his footnotes, and his footnotes are rambling nonsense, because he'll just be like, oh yeah, this reminds me of, like, they're talking about, at one point they're talking about this film, again, a film that on one layer of this book is argued doesn't really exist, and they say something about, like, the wife says something about how the water heater is broken, and there's a footnote there, and it just starts off with, like, yeah, my water heater broke down too, and it's like literally pages and pages of this dude rambling about, like, cold showers and how uncomfortable it is and how you just sit there waiting.
No, I know there are recommendations of, like, how to read the book.
Yeah, I'm just going straight through.
I think some people recommend you read through the, like, stuff about the house, and then you go back and you read through all the footnotes from the other guy.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'd have to look it up again, because I haven't read the book, so I haven't really committed what people were recommending to memory so much.
Well, then at some point it becomes like
crazy,
this, where there's like very little words on the page, or there are way too many words on the page. I have the like revised, remastered full color edition. So every time they say the word house, regardless of what language it's in, or if it is part of a longer word,
like housework or something. Yeah.
Well, there's also there's part of it was written in German, and it's talking about the uncanny, and like one of the terms for that in German is derived from like outside the house. And so every time that shows up too, that's also because it's those letters. And then I know later on there's stuff that's like crossed out that's in red.
There's like a box in the middle of the page.
There are colored pictures in here. There's a lot of different foreign languages and translations for what they say, but I don't know if I necessarily trust them at this point. And so this one's gonna take a while.
Reading this book is an experience more than just like a passive reading.
Right. It's also long.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 700 pages.
Like 100 of those are like the glossary, but
that's also true. There's a glossary
it's
in that.
Still long.
And the glossary is also insane because it's like here's all the instances where is shows up, and I'm like, why would you make an index that says that? That's
to be
insane.
crazy.
Yeah. So like I said, I titled this video finally doing the thing because I'm reading this. But I'm not going to read this on the stream because we've had such a day that like I don't think I could absorb this. So instead, because it is the Halloween season and I kind of need something spooky-ish, I'm going to read Rogue Sun. This is part of the Massive verse, and I made a short earlier this week about picking these up. But I remembered that Rogue Sun, generally, his task in this universe is dealing with monsters. It's kind of like the early issues of it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, interesting.
And like there's this like older lady who has these like magical things that trap the monsters.
And what volumes of that is that?
Of that is that. This is volume 4 and this is volume 5.
Okay.
And so yeah, this one's also done some interesting things, like we were just talking about with House of Leaves, all these crazy things. There was a point where he entered a like alternate reality.
Oh, is that one?
And the comic book went from reading like this to reading like this, where it was on its side, and it was really cool. But yeah, so this, like I said, this is about fighting monsters, but also a lot of times it's about like his family drama.
As you do with superhero stories.
Yeah, this one I feel like is centered a lot more around, like he's like a delinquent kid who's like, his father was estranged, he didn't even know he was a superhero, he inherits the power. There's all these like half siblings he has.
Oh, interesting.
To deal with, and then most recently, I want to say, kind of a spoiler.
Then don't say it.
Then I won't. Most recently, something happened, and
more drama.
Yeah, and I think where I left off, it was like up in the air who was going to be holding the power of Rogue Sun, which is something they're doing with Radiant Black as well. But the way that they do it here is much more centered on that like family drama. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to read. I need to have pictures today.
Just less dense text too.
Yeah. Not like footnotes with footnotes and footnotes that last 5 pages, and I have to go back to the original document and remember where I was at.
Yeah.
So what are you going to be reading today?
I don't know. So I've got not lacking for choices. So I'm still reading Impossible Creatures. I don't think I've picked this up all week.
Yeah.
And I'm almost done with it. Mm-hmm. So we might
and that's not super dense.
Yeah, this is like young adult, middle grade. I might be able to parse this and handle it without getting too sleepy. So I might start with this while I'm still mostly awake. I still need to read Unico, reread this one and read this one for the first time. And then I have the first trade of Feral. I read
Strays.
Strays?
Was
Stray
it Strays?
Dogs?
I thought it was just Strays.
I don't think it's just Strays. I think it's Stray Dogs.
Okay.
I read another one by this author.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping I can find it in the back. Stray Dogs.
Okay.
I read Stray Dogs previously for a... Oh, this is signed. That's cool.
Neat.
I read Stray Dogs for a previous Halloween spooky thing that was horror with dogs. And it was fine. Have you read that one?
Yeah, I read it.
It wasn't what I wanted it to make of the premise. I thought the premise was so good, and it didn't quite fulfill what I wanted from it. And I wonder if it's partially because it was a miniseries, that it didn't quite fulfill what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So this is an ongoing. This is still ongoing. There are at least 3 trades. And it is horror, and I believe, this is about an indoor cat who gets lost during a rabies outbreak.
Okay.
So I think it's likely going to hit some of the same notes as that first chapter of Scary Stories for Young Foxes.
That's what I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, this is sounding like Scary Stories for Young
And I
Foxes.
really liked that. I really liked using Scary Stories. I really liked how Scary Stories for Young Foxes used rabies as a, like, zombie parallel for foxes. That, like, this is a person you know, but they're not acting like themselves. This is a person you trust, but now they want to hurt you. I really liked that parallel of making, like, another fox infested with rabies like a zombie.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. And so this is along the same lines. And so I'm hoping it can hit some of those good horror notes as well and work out well. So, and it's still going, so I feel like it must be doing something right.
Yeah.
And then I also, just because I read Zatanna last week, I have one more little bitty trade of Zatanna I haven't read. This is from DC's graphic novels for young adults line, Zatanna, the Jewel of Gravesend. And you read this one and thought it was okay.
Yes.
But
I thought some of the art was, and I thought the some of the plot was not great.
But I like Zatanna, and I tend to like... These are not concerned with continuity so much. They are very much existing to give younger readers who are maybe getting into comics a good jumping on point with, like, a character and their world and the kind of stuff going on with them. Like, I read the Constantine one, and I liked that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it also tends to age the characters down to being teenagers themselves.
Yeah, I think everything we have I've read.
Of the young adult line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot say the same.
All right, so we're probably going to do 2 sprints tonight.
We'll almost certainly do at least 2. We'll see.
And then from there, I don't know. Because we'll have to see how we're feeling.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments what you're reading, how your day's been going. Even if you're watching the VOD, comment down below. Like to hear from everybody about, like, what they're getting into right now. And I get so many different books that I want to look up and put on my list just from the things that people say on these streams and comments of other videos.
The TBR grows exponentially.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and put on the music, and we will put the timer on, and we will come back in about 45 minutes.
Get some reading done. Or whatever. Use this to get your dishes done, whatever you need to do. We will see you in 45 minutes.
Now we're back.
From outer space.
Let me set up our timer as we often forget to do. Excuse me. So yeah, I am going predictably very slow in
How much today?
reading through my book. So I didn't even get through. I got through 3 chapters, which for me is not a good pace, but it is kind of reminding me a little bit. Oh, I'm like way over on the side. It is kind of reminding me a bit of. I was talking about like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but the central premise right now is reminding me a little bit of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, because like they had all these people locked up, and then he let them out, and so like now he's got to go. You let them out. Now he's got to go and capture them, like get them back. So. As I was saying before, it's a lot of like family drama. The first chapter did something pretty fun because it had a first half and a second half, and they were the same events, but one from his perspective and one from another character's perspective. And while they were having their like thought bubbles were going over the other one's dialogue. So in the first bit, you didn't see the other person's dialogue as they were explaining like the backstory of this character, and then the second one there were dialogue boxes over some of the dialogue you had read, or there are some thought bubbles over the dialogue boxes you had read before.
Yeah,
so I thought that was clever and fun. Neat. But since then there's not been everything else has been kind of just straightforward comic book and family drama stuff. It still has like that gothic feel to it, so I do feel like especially with the music we've got going, that it is a very apt thing for this time of year.
It's spooky season adjacent.
Yeah.
So I read 26 pages, which really surprised me until I remembered that I read all of the back glossary matter first. Mm-hmm. So last time I was reading, I discovered that in the back of my book there's a bestiary. Bestiary? Is it bestiary?
I believe it is bestiary.
It should be bestiary.
It should, but it's not.
So I read all that. As I've encountered, I believe, I think I've encountered almost all of these creatures. There might have been one that I was like, 1 or 2. There were a couple I'm like, I don't know that we've seen that in the book. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're going to be in the book.
Yeah.
There could be a couple extra ones. I've seen most of them in the book so far. Like, I haven't seen either of these, mm-hmm. but I haven't seen a chimera.
There's still time.
Yeah, but we've seen most of the rest.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think I've seen all the rest.
What's this one? Because he just looked like a boar.
This is a big boar. This is a blue-black boar called the Twork Troith, apparently. A blue-black boar said to have been ridden once by King Arthur.
Oh, that's all he needs.
He is big as a rhino.
Oh.
But he's very sweet with children. So we saw him very briefly. We were on a boat and we saw a child dancing on the back of this boar as they ran to wave at our boat. It was not a major part of the story. It was just some world building.
Okay, that's
like,
fine.
They were like, oh, holy cow, it's a big boar.
Neat.
It's that thing we saw. So yeah, there's I think 3 creatures in here I haven't seen yet that I could see. Everything else has been in the book, so I think it's very likely that we will see some of them. It's very difficult to talk about what's going on in my book, as I am
almost at the end. Yeah.
Very close to the end.
Mm-hmm. How many pages do you have? Wow. Not very many, huh?
50?
50? Okay.
A little less than 50. And there are illustrations, so that 50 is very...
Yeah.
So
how are you liking it? I guess if you can't talk about the content, are you enjoying the story?
I like the world. I'm enjoying the story. It is a little... there have been a couple moments of very convenient things that have happened. There have been some very clever things, but at times it has been like, oh, how convenient that this Deus Ex Machina thing happened. Which, I mean, I understand it because you're dealing with, like, these larger-than-life problems that require larger-than-life solutions. It's very difficult to defeat a manticore. So to defeat a manticore, you have to have something insane happen.
Okay.
It is very whimsical. It is very fun. The main characters are on the way to the final place they have to go.
Okay.
So without spoiling things in the book, the characters knew that they had to go to a place to do a thing. But before they went to the place,
so they were like on an explicit quest.
They are on an explicit quest. Something is killing this world. This is the premise.
Sounds like never-ending story.
There is this world called the Archipelago, where all of the mystical creatures still reside. It is part of Earth, but it is protected by this thing called the Glimmery, that it is closed off from the rest of the world.
Okay.
Except for, like, very specific ways you can get in.
Sure.
And something in the archipelago is wrong. The magic is dying, and as a result, the magical creatures are dying.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be happening. Like, a lot of these magical creatures feed off the Glimmery, so as long as the Glimmery exists, they're fine. But something is wrong. So the beginning of the book was our main characters trying to figure out what was wrong. And then they got an answer to what was wrong. And then had a specific location where they have to go to try to fix it. But along the way, they have to go retrieve things before they go to that place.
Okay.
So we've retrieved all the things we had to get. And now we are on our way to our final quest. Not everybody who was on the journey at the beginning is still with us.
Ooh. Ominous.
And it's dealing with some interesting concepts around immortality.
Okay.
So there is I don't know what to call it, but the archipelago has there's a person called the Immortal.
Okay.
And they were the very first soul that was in the apple of the very first tree. And then every time they die, they are reborn as something else.
Okay.
So they've gone through, like, a whole bunch of lives, and then more recently they've been human a lot. And so but the Immortal has gone missing. For, I think, the last 100 years, there hasn't been a new Immortal.
Okay.
And no one knows why.
Interesting.
And so that's part of the inciting stuff at the beginning of the book. Is like, what happened to the Immortal? You know, because they're thinking, like, oh, how is this related to the tree? Because unfortunately, the tree, the very first tree, which is where all the Glimmery comes from, is in a maze that can only be solved by the Immortal.
Of course. That's how they get you.
So there's a lot of problems in here that we had to, like, parse through. It is definitely young adult, middle grade-ish. It has that kind of, it spells things out a bit too quickly sometimes, I fear, instead of letting things ruminate and let you try to figure it out. A lot of times it just gives you the answers. But I am enjoying it. I like the characters quite a bit. I am fairly invested in the two main characters. And we have a boy from our world and a girl from the magical world.
Yeah.
And, like, the book started out with, like, mirroring, like, things that were happening in their lives leading up to the moment where they met.
Okay.
And it's done a good job of making you care about them. And since you have an outsider, we're able to explain a lot of things about the world without just sitting and info dumping to the reader. They can address things as they come up because Christopher doesn't know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very much enjoying it. I'm interested in seeing where this one goes. I know the second book is out. The second book looks like it maybe only follows one of the two main characters, though.
Yeah. It also struck me as like
potentially several years in the future.
It kind of struck me as like a Narnia-esque thing, because they're like, oh, they're gonna venture back into this world, but it could be completely different.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm guessing that, and whatever happens at the end of this book, I'm assuming Christopher is going to go back.
Sure.
Because he is supposed to be a guardian of the way into the world. That's it in his family. You learn this very early in the book.
Okay.
He is part of the family of guardians that guard the way into this world.
Okay.
And so I have a feeling at the end of the book he's going to go back home to protect this. Because as much as he might want to stay in the cool magical world, he has now been there and understands how important it is to protect it. And then I imagine something's going to happen in the second book that summons him back to protect again. But yeah, I am enjoying it. Like I said, I can't really talk about the plot much. I'm 50 pages from the end. I'm concerned that, especially since I've seen the second book, that it doesn't pick up like mid-battle of wherever this one ends. We have to get to some sort of an ending.
Right.
And it feels like we still have a lot to do. So it'll be interesting to see how this wraps up and what exactly the final confrontation looks like, because it is still very unclear.
Okay.
But I like a lot of the magic. I like the magical creatures. I wish I had known that the pictures of all the creatures were in the back. Because there have been a couple I've been like, oh, I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay.
But it's a nice little, like, mythology of mythical creatures.
That's fun.
And a nice little adventure quest story. It's definitely one I would recommend to younger readers. It's very fun. And it's been very, like, the quest has been very, like, okay, now we have to go here. It's a very, it's logical. It makes sense, like, why we have to go to where we're going. So it's easy to follow the progress of the quest.
It does. I mean, that does sound very YA. Having read a bunch of YA adventure type stories, like they do tend to be very much like.
Well, and it's
set out how to progress.
You could map this very cleanly. I feel on the hero's journey. We had a refusal of the call.
Okay.
We had various trials. So I feel like this maps fairly well on the hero's journey. Like,
yeah.
It's definitely got that kind of a progression. If it doesn't map perfectly, I definitely feel it is taken from that kind of a plot, that kind of a story.
Yeah.
There was one line I really liked that I will try to find. Some adults are arguing about what needs to be done, and a character shows up and says, by the immortal, you may think of me whatever you wish. I don't care. But I am not, I hope you'll agree, stupid. Children have been underestimated for hundreds of years. Why are you continuing this tedious tradition? And I liked that a lot. I liked this idea of, like, come now. They're children, but they're not helpless. Yeah. Stop underestimating their capabilities.
Yeah.
I liked that. And it also feels good, I would think, as a young reader, to see that and be like, yeah, I can do hard things. Yeah, children are great. So it was just a cute thing in there to be like, yes, we do underestimate what children can do sometimes.
Okay.
So it was cute. I liked that line a lot.
50 more pages. How many have you read so far? Like 300?
I'm on 288.
288. Okay. So not too bad.
No, and I read, what did I say I read? 26.
You said 25, but yeah.
But that was not including the back matter I read too. So probably closer to 30. Okay. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, so you'll be real close.
I'll be getting real close, especially if the pictures pick up.
Okay. Well, again, let us know in the comments what you're reading. But I think we are coming up on our second sprint. That's probably going to be it for me, though, honestly.
Yeah, are you fading?
Yeah, well, it just like how slow I'm reading.
Yeah.
Like I can feel that I definitely need the rest.
That's
But
fair.
we'll do one more.
I'm worried I'm gonna get so close to the end of my book that I'm gonna stay up and keep reading anyway.
Yeah, that happens.
So,
But yeah, we'll get on to our second sprint. Get back to the spooky lo-fi music. Enjoy while you're doing whatever it is you do. All right, we're back on. How's it going?
I'm like 20 pages from the end.
Okay, I mean that's what you figured.
I'm
you'd
like
be
10
at.
pages from the end. No, like 15.
Okay, well.
I'm in the denouement. It's not like I stopped at like the climax.
Still going good?
I am sad.
I'm sorry. All right.
The things I feared might happen have indeed happened.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Got the time going. Oh, what do you read?
I am reading Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell.
And I just finished.
I don't have my book jacket on, but it's got a dragon on it.
And I just finished Rogue Sun Volume 4. We are on the struggle bus today because it's been a very, very active day.
It was a long day.
We're going to do one more
I want one more. I
for the
requested one more.
fans.
And I want to finish my book.
Yeah, so we'll do one more, even though I'm definitely not feeling it. I can't even, like, Rogue Sun is too much for me right now. It's like
Do you need to put on an audiobook? Would that help?
Maybe. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna read through Destroy All Humans They Can't Be Regenerated because it's not. I know all the characters in here and it's not a complicated plot. So that is what I'm gonna try doing.
So we've had dragons in this book. They are not the main focus of the book. It is a world of mystical creatures, including dragons and unicorns, and several I hadn't heard of, or
Almirages.
Almirages are in there. Nereids, mermaids, centaurs, sphinxes.
Yeah, the sphinxes were saying riddles, I think.
Yes,
right?
the sphinxes did. In fact, if you answer the sphinxes' riddles wrong, they would eat you. They are allowed by ancient tradition. If you answer their riddles incorrectly, they get to eat you.
They are allowed, or they will.
They
sure.
will.
Okay.
I mean, you don't go to the Sphinx's Island unless you are like prepared for this outcome. It is really fun. It's a young adult book, or it might be middle grade. It's hard to tell the difference between those because it's mostly a marketing convention anyway. But it's been a very fun ride. It was very quest driven. There is a really amusing dragon in this, and there was also a very scary dragon in this. But there's a very small dragon who was quite amusing, who I enjoyed quite a bit. And I'm at the end of the quest. We are settling up what happened after the big finale. And I am sad. And I can't say anything else without spoiling this book.
Mine was mostly like for Rogue Sun
So
was
shiny.
was essentially by the numbers. Going after a bunch of different people. There was one that was like a murder mystery.
Ooh, fun.
I mean, you couldn't really like solve it. It wasn't like a whodunit.
Okay. Well, it's still fun.
And then the end required you to remember something that had happened in the last volume, like who a character was who has not shown up this entire time.
Interesting.
But I think it's going to lead into the next volume, given the cover of volume 5. I think it's going to lead into it.
Did I tell you about the murder mystery in Spy Family?
The murder mystery in Spy Family.
There's a chapter that sets up like it's gonna be a like case closed episode, like it's gonna be Detective Conan type thing, where like they get snowed in at a ski resort, and
That sounds exactly like it.
there's a murder,
Uh-huh.
and like Anya knows who did it because she can read minds,
Uh-huh.
and Lloyd is like, oh, I've got to figure this out because I don't want. Jorg might be a suspect because she was unaccounted for at a certain time.
Uh-huh.
So I've got to solve this murder. And like, it sets this all up and then it is resolved in like a page of like, and then they just solved it. And I was like, did they do this so that the anime could do a whole episode? And they just only felt like doing one chapter, but knowing that the anime would have more time to flesh it out? I don't know. It was so strange.
Spy Family is super cute.
It's amazing. I
and,
love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I don't think I have any of it with me.
I talked about it on my last roundup, that it's just like it's not only a really cute premise, they stick to the gag at the beginning for a long time.
Yeah, it still isn't, as far as I am, there is not a...
And it's like over the top and silly.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of manga that start off with goofy premises or like
secrets that we have to keep.
Yeah, and then they abandoned them.
Yeah.
I've heard what's the one
Sakamoto Days.
I've heard Sakamoto Days started off like really goofy and silly, and then it became more serious. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I think so. And I know you've said Kaiju number 8 does that too.
Kaiju number 8. I don't think it was ever meant to be like a comedy series, but it did have the element of him trying to keep his identity a secret, and like it being funny when he transformed, because he was just like, he looked like a horrifying monster, so if he tried to smile, it like freaked kids out, and he was just trying to do the right thing. But it has slowly morphed into more of just a straightforward action. Shonen, gotta fight the big monster kind of thing.
I would definitely recommend Spy Family, though. It's really fun.
Yeah, we've been watching it with our kids.
Yeah, so. Our kids have really enjoyed the show. I find it really endearing. I like all the characters, except for one, who is a side character.
Yeah.
You know who it is, too.
I do.
But he doesn't show up very often, so it's okay. And I feel like he's gotten better. They've toned it down a little, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. It is a show, too. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, and I think the DVDs are available somewhere.
I'm sure they are. It has 1 season out? 2 seasons out?
I don't know.
I don't know. It definitely has some show in existence. And there was a movie.
There was a movie, and I don't
Black
know
and white. We haven't watched that yet.
Anything about it. Yep.
But
I haven't even watched the most recent, like the 2 most recent One Piece movies, even though I think I own both of them.
But yeah, it's on Crunchyroll if you have access to that. Our kids have really been enjoying it. It's a very faithful adaptation from the manga. And it will take, like you were saying, it will take some of these like one-off gag chapters and turn them into full episodes. Full episodes, yeah. So it fleshes them out a bit more, which is fun. And usually like in a way that makes it even sillier. Yeah. So it's a good adaptation. It's really fun. I really like all the characters. It's one of the few mangas I am caught up on right now because I like it so much. Yeah. Like your book Ghost shirt. Oh yes, this is from Summerween, which is hosted by Gabby Reeds every summer. This was from this year, right? Pretty sure it's this year's. Yeah, the tie dye. We got the tie dye this year. Yeah, I don't think it has the year on it. Yeah, the other ones have the year on it. Have the year. But yeah, this is from. So I think it's just Gabby Reeds, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And she always does a Summerween and usually a Winterween, spooky book reading. Off-season. Readathon. Yeah. That we usually do. Get through some of our horror. We bought merch. Yeah. And I needed a bookie shirt. Yeah. Yay. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about what I read. I finished it. You finished it. You did it. You completed the task. It was good. I feel like parts of it I'm probably gonna have to reread because my brain's kind of mush right now. Are you caught up on that one, or is there more out? No, I mean I got the other volume. Oh, you only read the one volume. Okay. Yeah, I only got through the one. In 2 sprints? Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, you tired. Yeah. So I'm moving right along. Mm-hmm. No, I've got volume 5, and then I've got the 2 for Radiant Black to pick up on, and I don't think there's anything else out that I don't have, and that I'm still following. Like there is more of the Ghost one, but Ghost one. Yeah, Dead Lucky. Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna get that one, aren't you? I don't think so. Really? You didn't like it that much? I really just liked the first volume, yeah. Well, ask for the second one from the library, and then you can see if it got better without having to spend money on it. Yeah. And you can even just skim it, because it's from the library. Uh-huh. And if you don't see anything you like, no harm done. Yeah, we could try that. That's what the libraries are for. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bed after the next sprint. But I'm hoping that... he was supposed to read his House of Leaves tonight, and he is not awake enough for House of Leaves. How far are you? In House of Leaves? Yeah. Like
70 pages, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you guys are probably about the same-ish.
Yeah, I want to say I'm on chapter 5 or 6, somewhere in there, of the actual files part of it. But no, I'll be doing Destroy All Humans on this next one because it's just a lot more straightforward.
Oh, and it's not very dense.
It is not.
That's good. You probably need that.
Yeah. Probably gonna deal with the love triangle.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I saw a big scary monster.
Yeah, they do the thing where, like, when they're playing the games,
They, like, illustrate the monsters.
But it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they're, like, real or anything.
Where they
like
actually
that.
have, like, the computer system that's doing it, or...
Yeah, and there are some shows, like, I think Duel Masters was like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
It's a real world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be nice.
In other things I'm obsessed with, I've gotten really obsessed with the video game Blueprints.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Blueprints. I think I'm at like 60 hours already.
I started up Little Witch in the Woods.
Yeah.
Which I live streamed it too, so if you want to watch it, it's available.
I would feel bad live streaming Blueprints at this point because it would be full of spoilers.
Yeah, it'd be
so
bad.
full of spoilers. Blueprints is a game where you have inherited a mansion, but in order to claim your inheritance, you have to get to room 46 in the mansion. And to do that, you have to, like, build up the mansion every day. Like, you draw three blueprints, and you choose the one you want to be behind the door. And then, so some rooms that you draft have openings on all four sides. Some only have one other opening. Some have two openings. So you have to, like, build up your house. Oh, and then some doors are locked. And some require a key card. And some require gems for you to draft them. Yeah. So there's a lot of resource management and drafting and trying to pick the right rooms and build up your blueprint. And then there's the whole puzzle of getting into room 46. Yeah. And there's puzzles just scattered throughout the whole house, throughout all the documents you can read in all the rooms. And so many puzzles upon puzzles upon puzzles. To where when you get to room 46, you realize that you still have so much game left. Because there's still so much you don't understand. And the most recent time I played, I had some, like, earth-shattering revelations that have called into question everything I believed that I thought was going on in the game. And I am very confused because I'm not sure what happened anymore.
Yeah, it's a game that has a lot of mystery elements to it and a very well crafted, like, bit of world building. Where, like, you probably the joke is, like, you probably know more about this, the interplay of
the joke I remember was there are 3 stages of playing Blueprints. 1, you want to get into the antechamber. 2, you want to get into room 46. 3, you know more about a fictional country than you know about Eastern Europe. And I'm at that stage. Yeah. Because you're trying to learn about the history of this world and the different countries and the war that happened and how that relates to your family.
A lot of the major players.
And you're just like, there's a lot going on. So it's really fun. It's a big mystery, and I love mystery books. And this is a lot like uncovering this mystery that's been laid out for you to find.
Yeah. And you playing it has given me lots of opportunity, lots of time to read books.
You've gotten to read a lot of books. I have played a lot of Blueprints.
Yeah. Because I just kind of hang out and pay some attention to what's going on.
It's a game where you have to take notes as you go. So I have a Google Doc that just whenever I learn something or, like, find a puzzle I don't know how to solve or a clue that I don't know what it might go to in a room, I write it down so I can go back to it later. And I've just got, like, probably 30, 40 pages of notes on all the different rooms and different areas, a lot of which I have solved the things I needed to solve.
Yeah.
But a lot of which I have not still, and I have a whole list. My whole first page is like things I still need to do in the game or solve or interact with in a certain way that may not happen every day. Like there's a room that I haven't drafted because it's rare. It's rare that you come across it. So there is a level of like random chance in the room that I haven't gotten this room again. And I need it so I can solve the puzzle because I think we figured it out.
Okay, yeah.
To the point where I didn't go to sleep one night because like my brain was like churning on this puzzle. And like, I was like, oh, I think I figured it out instead of sleeping. So we're doing another sprint?
We'll do one more.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, let us know how it's going, how you're doing with your read. We'll be back in 45 minutes.
Yay. See you soon.
We did it. We got through a third sprint, and now I'm gonna go to bed. I am falling asleep. Thank you to everybody who came by and chatted with us.
I don't get to talk about my book. We're just going out.
Go for it.
You're just like, nope, we're done. Bye.
Go for it. Talk about your book real quick.
So I finished my book. I liked it quite a bit. I can't say much without spoiling the book, but it was very good. I don't like some of the choices from a, like, I'm mad about them point of view, and just because I didn't like them, but they were good for the narrative. I am excited to pick up the sequel.
Okay.
I would like to see where the story goes from here. We don't have a... I don't know what the plot of the next one would be. There was no, like, larger... Like, we dealt with the threat. So I don't know what the second book will be about. Some new threat.
Yeah.
That was not introduced in this book.
Yeah.
So I am interested in seeing how that turns out. And then this one I started, which is Feral, the comic, is surprisingly violent.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Because Stray Dogs was not that violent.
Not
on page.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I'm remembering what happened at the end now.
Yeah.
Was that on page?
I can't remember.
It might have been. But it's surprisingly violent.
I finished Destroy All Humans That Can't Be Regenerated, Volume 5.
That's a mouthful.
It was good. I'll give it I gave it 3 stars. It is very, like I said, at its core, it's very typical, like, junior high romance comic. There's a love triangle between these 3 characters, but I'm really reading it for, like, the nostalgia and the interesting perspective of seeing, like, Japan's the culture in Japan around Magic the Gathering in the late 90s, which is when it's set. So but I am not doing well, so
you're tired.
I gotta go to bed.
I should sleep too.
Yes. So again, thank you for
being here,
coming by and chatting with us about books. I hope your reading journey is going well.
Good luck with House of Leaves. I have not read it, but I have definitely heard it is an experience. So I wish you good progress.
Yeah.
And that it isn't too intimidating.
And I will make some more progress before next week. I just could not do it tonight.
No, that was a little much for you tonight.
So hopefully, like, if you show up next week, we'll chat about it.
Yeah.
Talk about what our feelings on it, because I feel like it is a lot.
Yeah. From everything I've heard, it does seem like a lot.
Yeah, but we're gonna take off. We'll be back next week. I have a live stream on Thursday for Little Witch in the Woods. Talking about that and possibly touching on Witch Hat Atelier again. And I've got a video for a recap coming up probably tomorrow. So look forward to those as well. But again, we'll see you next week. And good night.
Happy reading.